everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing just a quick get ready with me video. I don't know what I'm getting ready for. I have no plans today except for homework, which I have a lot of homework. I have a test first thing in the morning that I need to study for. I've got definitions due. I've got my pre-ops and post-ops due first thing in the morning. So I'm just a procrastinator, so that's not getting done until tonight, which I'm okay with. But I've already applied my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and it's been sitting on my skin for 10-15 minutes. I like to give it a couple minutes to just settle into my skin and get ready for all the stuff I'm about to put on my face. So the first thing I'm going to put on is my Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation, and this is like $5, super cheap. I love it. I don't have my shade that I need right now because I've been tanning, but it'll do for today since I'm not really going out. So it does come on this really, I like it. Some people don't like it. It comes on a spatula type of thing, and I literally just like take it and stick it on my face. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, germs, how can you do that? But I really just like don't care. I do care, but not enough to like stop me from doing it like this. It doesn't break me out. I've never gotten broken out from doing that before, so I'm gonna keep on doing it till I don't do it no more. The one thing I don't like about this, I don't like the way it smells. And usually I'm not like opposed to products smelling, but this full on just smells like paint. But I mean, I guess it's a really cheap brand, so I mean, they're not gonna smell like roses or anything. But it does, it smells like straight up paint. So if you don't like the smell of paint, don't use this, honey, because but I mean, it wears off. You don't smell it all day or anything. That should be enough. Okay, and next I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And I need a darker shade of this too, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm using Fair Neutral today. It's way too light, but we're gonna do it anyway. So, to be honest, you guys are gonna kill me, but to be honest, the first time I used this, I hated it. I could not stand it. I got it off my face as soon as I could, but I kept on seeing people use it and they were talking about how great it was, so I tried it some more, and I guess I finally used the perfect amount. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So I just put it under my eyes, my nose, my forehead, a little on my chin. And I'm using my Real Technique sponge. I don't think I said that, but I am using that today. Okay, and today, to contour, I'm going to try something different. I've never tried this before, and I'm kind of worried. I didn't know if I should use this before I baked my face or after, but I'm gonna do it before because I don't know what I'm doing. And it's this Wet n Wild MegaGlow contour stick. I've swatched it a couple times, but I've never used it. So this might ruin everything. But you know what? Let me get a mirror. Okay. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm scared. I'm putting that much. I'm not putting any more on because I feel like that's a lot. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm just gonna use my sponge again and kind of try to carve out my cheeks. Okay, that's not bad. That like blended away. I might need to put some more on. But it's better to put a little bit on and it not be enough than put way too much on. And look. Okay, that's pretty. Okay, I need to blend it more, but okay. Okay, yeah, I like that. Let me put some more on my left cheek really quick. Does anyone else have like a really hard time contouring a certain side of their face? I can do this side like perfectly, but then this side, it just kind of, it looks different. I feel like I'm putting it in the same spot, but maybe my face is just uneven or something. Okay, that looks better. I just blended it too much the first time. I got scared. It looked really bad. Okay, no, that looks, ooh, I really like that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use that a lot more. Play with it, let y'all know. To bake my face, I'm gonna use my classic Coty Airspun finishing powder, I guess, translucent. It's in shade translucent, so I'm gonna try to not make a mess with this. And I guess I'm just gonna use my sponge again. The only places I'm gonna put it is like under my eyes. Once again, I don't mind smells, but this stuff smells gross. Definitely messy. I've got like a paper towel sitting on my lap because I know it's gonna go everywhere. Have you guys tried I think it's the RCMA powder? Do you guys like it? I really want to try it, but I feel like the price fluctuates so much online that I can't find it when it's cheap enough for me. But I'll keep looking. I'm gonna put some more on my forehead because I got lots of creases up there. I guess I'll put a little on my nose. And a dab on my chin. And I'm just gonna let that sit there while I do my eyeshadow. I have a funny story about this eyeshadow palette. It's called the Perfect Nudes eyeshadow palette from the brand Style Essentials. I found this at Marshall's, and it was like, it was $4.99, $5, and I was like, oh, those colors are pretty. Like, I'll try those. There's some sparklies, some matte shades. It looks pretty, you know, it's just a classic nude palette. And so I got home, and I went in the bathroom, and I was trying to swatch them with my finger, and there was no pigment. Like, literally nothing would come off onto my hand. Like, they still don't. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but like, there's no color. The darker ones, I guess, pick up a little bit, but like nothing. And I was like, well, at least it was only $5. Like, it was still $5 that I wasted, but yeah. So we got home. I got it at the beach. We finally got back into town where we live, and I threw it in my drawer and I never touched it. So I was like, okay, well, when I swatched it, nothing came off. But yesterday was my first time actually trying to use it with a brush, and I got pigment. So we're gonna try it again today. It might have just been a lucky day for some reason, but I'm gonna try it again. So I'm gonna go in, what am I gonna go in with? I'm gonna go in with this lightest shade in the middle, and I'm gonna just put that all over my lid and start a base. And it does have a mirror, so I'm gonna use that mirror too. It's a good size mirror. It's just definitely a product you have to use a brush with. I can't believe I didn't use it sooner. I waited weeks to use it because I didn't know. So once I've got my base down, I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. eye crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade right next to it. It's just a little bit darker. It's not dark, it's not gonna really show up that much, but I'm just gonna start a transition shade in my crease. You have to pick up a good amount, but it does show up. It's not like my swatches. I was having so much trouble blending my eyeshadow since I started doing my makeup and trying to do my makeup. I was watching videos and I realized, like, all you have to do to make it so much easier is just hold the brush way further down. Like, I was holding it up here. Just move your hand back a little bit so you don't have as much control, and it makes it a lot easier. I never knew that trick. I guess I didn't think that it really mattered, but it matters. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with one shade a little bit darker than that one, and I'm just gonna go right back over that crease. And I'm just trying to build it up a little bit. I'm not trying to do like a smoky eye, but I want a little bit of depth in there. Just kind of an everyday look. Okay, and next I'm gonna go in with this shade all the way on this side, and using the same brush I'm gonna go in and do the same thing, just not as much all the way across the crease. I'm gonna mainly focus it on the outer edge with going in just a little bit so it all blends in together. Okay, and for the last kind of matte shade, I am going to go in with the darkest shade in this palette, all the way on the right side. And I'm going to really just put that on the very outer corners. I did not pick up enough. I'm going to smoke that out just a little bit. Okay, I think I'm even. And I'm going to take that same shade and I'm just going to get a little bit on my finger, if it'll show up. And I'm going to run that just underneath my lower lash line. Okay, and now for the center of my lids, I'm going to go in with this more of a flat tipped brush, and I'm going to put some shimmer on my eyelids. I think I'm going to mix these two shades together. They kind of almost look the same, but one's just a little bit darker. My air conditioning unit just kicked on, so if you hear something, that's what it is. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I went down a little bit too far on this one. So on my inner corners, I am just going to use my finger for it, and I'm going to use this middle very white shimmer shade in this palette. I'm just going to put that right on my inner corners to make it pop a little bit. This stuff, when I do this with any eyeshadow palette, it never lasts through the day. It always wears off because I guess my eyes get really watery and it disappears. So I think I'm done with that palette. I am really quickly going to take a bigger blending brush. It's from e.l.f. again, it's just a little bit fluffier, and I am gonna blend that together a little bit more, the shimmers, but it really doesn't need it. It's really blended. That trick, holding it further from the brush head, it really works. Like, I had so much trouble blending my eyeshadow. Okay, so that looks all blended to me. I'm gonna wipe away this bake really quick, and I'm just gonna use, since it's sitting here, this Real Techniques Expert Base Brush. I'm just gonna use that to wipe it all away. And if you guys don't know what this bake does, it just locks everything in place. So all day it'll be in place. You don't have to worry about it creasing. It's there. It's not going anywhere. I don't know why, but for some reason, finishing setting sprays don't really work for me. I don't know if it's just like my skin type. I don't think I have a weird skin type. I'm kind of like combo. Some days I am oily, some days I never really get dry, but I'm just not oily, if that makes sense. So, alright. I've got all that wiped away. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Hoola Benefit bronzer. I've got the mini one. It came in like a little package with a bunch of other stuff. And I've had this for months and I have not hit pan yet. It's still like completely full, so if you're wanting to just try it, get the mini size. It'll last you forever. Like, it's just a little bit smaller. It's kind of a little tougher to get a brush in there, but I've never bought the full size, and like, this is perfect. Sorry, my nose is itching from that finishing powder. But for my bronzer, I'm going to use my Real Techniques powder brush. And I like this one because it's so big. It's really forgiving. And I do this on my big forehead. It's always been big. I've always had to contour it. Well, not contour, but bronze it up. Make it look a little bit smaller. Give me some color. On my cheeks. I try to not do my temples because I feel like it closes in my face a lot, but I do try to get the very edges of my cheeks, not completely covering where I contoured, but just bronzing that all up. And I do whatever I have left on my brush, I try to do a little bit on my cheeks. And for blush today, I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Pearlescent Pink. This is a really good color for me. It's hard for me to find blushes. Stuff just looks weird on my skin. I must have like a really in-between skin tone. They tell you, like, you can tell what if you're cool or warm tone by like your wrist vein colors, and mine's like in between the two colors. So I guess I'm just neutral, and it's harder to find stuff for neutral skin shades because usually you have to lean towards warm or warmer or cooler skin tones. I'm just using the same face brush again. Put it on the apples of my cheeks. When I bought this, my mom was with me, and she asked me if I was getting rouge, and I was like, I don't know what that is. Like, what is rouge? And she's like, rouge. And I was like, Mom, I don't know what that is. She's like blush, I guess what it's called now. And I was like, oh, yeah, my blush. I'd never heard that word before. Maybe I'm just too young, but I've never heard that. Okay, so I'm done with everything sitting in front of me. I'm gonna go apply some mascara and do my brows really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so here's the final look. I am in my car. I'm about to go see my parents, so I figured I'd show you guys what it looked like outside so you could really tell. I think it looks really nice. My eye makeup looks really good today. Just a really soft, smoky look. But for eyebrows, I use my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. And for my mascara, first I went in with my CoverGirl Supersizer mascara. And then I was feeling a little bit extra, so I went in with my L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, just to pump up the volume a little bit. And then for lips, I am wearing my ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Aquarius. And this is one, if I'm correct, I think this is one of Kathleen Lights' shades. And I really like it. I think it looks really good on my skin tone when I'm tan. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel so you can see all my upcoming videos. And I hope you guys have a good day.